What's going on, guys? iGenius here, back from vacation in the Appalachian Mountains, presenting the review of the M249 Squad Automatic Weapon. In short, it's called the SAW. As you know by now, it's the first light machine gun I've been doing, so yeah, let's give it a little bit of background information, and then I'll give it my review. The M249 SAW was first introduced in 1984 by the Belgian company FN Herstal. FN. um, anyway, anyway, it was invented to replace the M60 LMG in the U.S. Armed Forces. The M249 SAW has replaced the M60 as a squad light machine gun or a squad automatic weapon, hence the name. But the M60 is still used on vehicles and whatnot. So, one really neat fact before I cut to the ammunition and stuff. Is that the M249 SAW not only uses belts of ammunition, but actually can use M16 and M4 magazines as ammo. You just slide one in there and it will fire. So I think that's pretty cool. It does translate to the game as you can share ammo share between the SAW and the M16 and the M4. And anyway, yeah, but that actually pretty much covered the ammunition. The SAW does use a 5.56 by 45 millimeter round. That's, as we said, the same as the M4 and the M16. Yada yada yada. We've already discussed that. The SAW inflicts 30 damage and multiplies times 3 with a headshot and 1.0 to the chest and limbs. Yeah, that's pretty big. It does hold a 100 rounds per belt. It does hold, 100 rounds per belt, and starts off with a total of 200 rounds without bandolier and 400 rounds with bandolier. The SAW uses, it shoots 923 rounds a minute, making it the third fastest shooting gun in the game. That's third to only the Mini Uzi and the P90. Let's see here. Now for the gun's rating. The SAW gets 4 out of 5 for damage because it's so easy to mow down a target. It delivers a one-hit kill in hardcore mode, and it takes 2 shots to kill an opponent using Juggernaut in hardcore. In regular, it does take a few hits to kill an opponent, but thanks to its rapid fire rate, it's really easy to kill an opponent. The SAW is okay when it comes to accuracy. To be sure you hit a target, you have to aim down the iron sights because otherwise it's just plain awful. Because of that, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. The SAW does have really good range, but you have to pulse the trigger a little bit, or burst it, however you want to say it, if you want to be guaranteed to hit a target. Has really, really high recoil, and I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in that category. But if you really, and I mean really, want to increase the accuracy of this gun, use the grip. But I don't use the grip with a SAW because it's a waste of a perk, in my opinion. But yeah, go ahead and do what you want. The SAW gets a 5 out of 5 for fire rate because it is the third fastest firing gun in the game. Yeah, I've already covered that pretty much. The SAW looks pretty good, and I'll give it 3 out of 3. There's not too many guns that look bad, but 3 out of 3 is good. So add it up, and the SAW gets 18 out of 23 points. So 78% of the points possibly earned were achieved. It's a good gun for mid-range fights, but there's so many more guns that can be used at that sort of range. I primarily use the SAW to bring down choppers. If in a game, an enemy chopper is just tearing up my team, I'll switch to the default class and help bring down the chopper. To me, it's second only to the RPD for bringing out choppers. But anyway, the SAW is a really good support weapon. It has many different sort of minor roles. Say your team wants to move across an open area to another area of the map. The SAW is really good at pinning the other team down while your team runs to safety. Like I said, it's also really good for bringing down choppers. So really maps with open areas, and tend to have a whole lot of choppers in the game, like Crossfire, Ambush, or even that one area on Downpour is really good to use it on. Ugh, boy. Ugh. Sorry, I'm trying to do this all in one take. Um, let's see here. Let's do attachment and perks. The best attachment to use for this gun is the grip, but I highly advise using any attachment on this gun. It has really good iron sights and decent accuracy, but the grip does provide better accuracy, but it doesn't allow you to use a first tier perk. The best perk system to use will probably have to be Bandolier for your first tier perk. 200 shots sounds like a lot, but you'd be amazed on how fast that goes by. Sleight of Hand would be my second tier perk because it takes Assault as a 6.45 second reload time, and that is just plain too much time to reload a weapon. So it'll cut that down a good bit. Cut that time down by a good bit. Oh man, I'm messing up all over the place. The third tier perk is up to you, but I would use either Steady Aim or Extreme Conditioning. Steady Aim's pretty simple. You decrease the possible spread of your shots. Extreme Conditioning is really useful with the saw because it is a heavy weapon and slows your guy down. Extreme Conditioning allows you to keep up with the pace of the game. But yeah, let's see here. I think that's it for this episode. Tune in next time as I'll discuss my favorite assault rifle, the G36C. This is iGenius, and I will catch you guys later.